Hey everybody, we are back for more Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 2015. I am Eric, and I'm right next to me is Morgan and Eric Smith on the end. And you know, so far we've done some Mario Maker gameplay, some Super Mario Maker gameplay, but you know, we haven't really talked too much about what it is to really make a course and just all of the tools that this amazing
so we're just going to jump right in and show you guys how to make a course from scratch in a sort of a speedrun format. I think with this software, you can make a course in 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days.
Well, you have about 5 minutes to make a course, so let's make it happen.
You can see here, I've got the basic editor here. I'm sitting here with a blank slate in Super Mario style. I can scroll across and see, there's my goal pole there. I'm going to go ahead and tap this out a little bit, give myself a little more room to work with. You can see the G moving along the bottom. So that's going to become my whole course palette there. I've got my elements up top. That's everything I can tap into the level. But first of all, I'm going to just, we've got Classic right now. I love Super Mario World, so let's go with that for the start. And we're going to make this as fast as we can and then have some folks come up and play it. So I'm going to start with, give them some treats right off the bat. Let's go ahead and...
You love those trees.
And you can see that I'm actually let me actually give myself a little more ground here to work with. And you can see how some elements, as you're just placing ground, you can see how it sort of fills in the gaps. Every once in a while, like a bush will pop up. I can actually move that. I don't like the bush there.
It's cool when you're placing the blocks, basically a sound comes out of the gamepad and kind of goes along with the melody of the background song. And as you switch between the different game modes, Super Mario World, Super Mario Bros., it actually changes the music to that theme. Super cool.
And I just made 3 little ground course elements here. There's a lot you can do aesthetically to sort of make your creations come to life. So I'm just going to use that as my little palette for...
What do you have in mind here, Morgan?
Well, first I'm just going to give him some stuff to start off with. I'm going to go ahead and give him a super mushroom. Why not? But we'll also show off that I can put, let's throw a hammer row right there.
Oh, yeah.
For fun. And I'll throw a lava bubble into this one. Those are always fun to pop out with. So there's my start. I've got 3 question blocks. And you can actually tap in the editor to see what you have placed in there if you need to. And at any point, I can also make sure it works as designed.
What's so crazy for me is that it's instantaneous. Just hitting the edit button and then jumping right back in.
Looks great. Right. And actually, now that I've added those other platforms, I can take those out.
It's looking kind of easy, Morgan.
Yeah, so there's my start. But I'm gonna get right to it here now. I think that let's start with a pipe here.
You have a reputation to uphold for evil.
So.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember, but there's a section that looks a little something like that. This might help jog a few memories. Whoop, get out of there. If I were to hop back into Mario Bros. I don't know if that looks familiar to anybody, but I think there's a section in, was it 8-1 that looks a little something like that.
Going back to the classics.
And then let's really do something I really like to do, which is show off this, there's this little icon down at the bottom left. I'm tapping it. You can see it flashing in the bottom left next to the play button. That turns on Mario's Ghost Trail. And you can use that to really link together some more complicated jumps. So I'm going to go ahead and just bomb off the edge of this, jump as far as I can. And now you can see sort of where my trail went, which can help me link together some elements. I'm just going to use a simple hard block here. Try to place it right about where I would have landed. And if I were to put a green Koopa there,
he's just
going to walk right off, yeah. But if you give him a shake,
he's having a bad day.
Turns into a red Koopa, which will stay put. Just let me test that out, see how that works. Oh, it feels good.
Oh,
nice.
And, I'm going to add one more of those. I'm holding the ZL button, which puts me into copy mode, and I can just grab him, slide him right over. And actually, I'm running out of room, so let's push this down the way. That looks good. We'll put one more of those in. Put one more. And then actually, I don't want this to become the end, so I'm going to just wall this off. Put a pipe there, and we'll get to that in a second. But actually, really quickly, before I push this to life, I'm going to put some tracks down here. Just because if you're going to be jumping this far, you want something cool to be jumping over.
Something that raises the stakes beyond a bottomless pit.
Yeah, because you can attach it. You can combine elements in really interesting ways. The palette actually is a lot more. There's actually a lot more going on there than it might look like at first glance because you can combine so many elements. So now if I go ahead and play that, it should all come to life and link together pretty well.
Nice.
And what's really neat is, so I've actually intentionally walled this off. There's actually no way to get to the end of that now. I'm going to make that point very clear there. But we showed this in some of the courses for the World Championship. You can actually create a subworld. So if I go ahead and drag Mario into that pipe, it's going to create a subworld. And now I have to place an exit pipe, the first thing. And there he is. And I'm going to just put some ground here so that when I come out of that pipe, there's somewhere to land. Actually, I'm sort of near the finish. Let me grab that, go back to the start. So I'm going to the far left of my bottom palette. I'm gonna have him come out from the top. I'm gonna have him drop down to right about here. That'll be the starting point for this subworld. And well, when you're making a subworld for a course, you have to stick with the original course game style. So it has to stay in Super Mario World, but you can make it any of the different styles you want. So I'm gonna actually pass this over to Eric and let him do some work on this part of the course.
Cool. All right, well, the first thing I'm going to do here is add a little bit of lava because everyone loves lava. And then, just to be nice about it, I'm going to do this. So there's a couple things I can do here. I can basically hold the R trigger, drag and select this stuff. So if I wanted to duplicate this really quick, I can just basically select it all, then hold the ZL trigger, and be able to just, I can make a really big, instead of having to like draw every single block out, I can basically just really quickly, make a big wall like that. So we're gonna start right here. And I have a obsession with cannons. So I'm gonna drop a cannon here. I can place the cannon and then choose which direction it's gonna shoot. So let's drop 3 of these bad boys. And
one of the things you did on NWC4 is use cannons as a way to get across.
And they're a fun element to use to sort of get. You're always trying to decide when making a course like how to get the player from point A to point B. You don't really know what they're going to do, but you need to give them ways and techniques to advance from the start to the goal.
Give them another platform here. And I don't know how much we've showed of the doors. When you place a door, it gives you 2 doors. So I can put this anywhere. As soon as I drop into this first door right here, it's going to drop me right in the lava. So I'm not going to actually do that. I'm going to, let's see.
So why don't you just tap play and just show how that works before you actually.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a good point.
So and what's nice is by able to, when you can tap play and really quickly just sort of figure out how all these pieces work.
So it's going to throw me.
And you can see once he's playing it, you don't actually know which door leads where, like the player won't. But when you're editing, if you hop back out, you have those little those symbols to help you sort of piece together the course.
Okay, so I'm going to give them 2 choices here. One choice is going to.
One choice is death.
What should it be death? Is that a little too hard? Okay, it's death. Sorry, guys. That's going right in the lava. And actually, I'm going to let them know they're going right in the lava. So if they choose the wrong door, they know what's going to happen.
We'll call that the nope door.
If they choose the right door.
You've got a thing for those.
Let's see. I'm going to drag this over a bit more. Actually, no, that's not going to work. So instead, put this door here.
All right, we're wrapping up our 10-minute course creation challenge.
We've got 2 minutes left.
You got to make this thing actually.
We're going to try to finish the thing up by in about 2 minutes and then bring on some players. So.
All right, let's make this a little crazy. Gonna drop some of these. And I just love these little guys.
This is another really cool feature. You might it's not until you tap play that sort of everything comes to life in the course. And this is gonna, you can see Eric, he's really good at sort of, once you learn the shortcuts to copy items, dupe them and all that stuff. If he taps play right now, you can see how all this stuff comes to life in interesting ways. A lot of times you won't even know exactly what's gonna happen until you put a bunch of stuff in and tap play.
I'm gonna give him one of these and another one on the other side.
That doesn't look good.
Yeah, I think.
All right. So that's probably going to be the end of this.
Yeah, we'll throw the
section.
exit pipe there at the
throw
end.
another one of these in. And I just take Mario, drop him right into there. And it's going to
I'll go ahead and finish up the top.
let me plop it out wherever I want. And I can actually turn this and give it back to Morgan.
There we go. And that's a perfect place to. Let's go ahead and slide the goal way over there. We've got the end. Let's actually move this up. We showed a couple of these off, but let's put a Koopa Clown car in here as a way to get to the finish. I'll prop it up on some ice blocks. And you're not just going to be able to fly completely free to the finish. Let's put a couple of these in.
You got to go. Yeah.
I'm gonna have a bit of a gauntlet to get through. You can put all sorts of stuff in these things.
Oh.
Let's have Bowser in there.
That's going to be hard.
Maybe why not 2 Bowsers in there? Thwomp. I like the Thwomps, and I can go ahead and use the Super Mushroom to. Why not?
Wow.
Oh man.
And then yeah, that ought to do it.
That ought to do it. All right. So.
And I'll put a, I'll put a mushroom right here. That in case you're coming in small, that should come right off the end there.
Give you a little bit of a chance.
I think this thing's ready for a test run.
Are you ready for a test run?
We played through some parts of it as we were going, but we haven't tried it from the start. But let's just.
It's probably not even possible, but we're gonna find out. So we're gonna bring out 2 players right now, both players from the Nintendo World Championships. We have Jordan and Sinister One joining us on stage, and they're gonna play this stage and be the guinea pigs right now.
Why don't you come on out, guys?
Hey, good to see you. Put those microphones on. How's it going, guys?
Fantastic. How are y'all?
Yeah. So you have a. Would you name this thing Fun?
Yeah, I named it Fun. We're having fun up here. So I'm actually gonna hop out, and so they can play this from.
So this is a 10-minute course challenge. I think we were a little bit longer than that, but just gonna show people how some of these courses are made. Now we can give you guys a chance to redeem yourselves.
You guys can just
after Nintendo World Championships.
What have you guys concocted for us here? What are we getting into?
All right, so it's just that easy to jump into these courses.
Nope.
Nope, don't want that one.
All right, I'm out. I should have known better.
not worth
Right off the bat.
Already. Not a student of classic Mario.
No, come on, give me a break. Give me a second here.
Now, Sinister, while he's playing, you have any kind of favorite memories of watching those NWC finals from backstage?
Pretty
Gotta
much
get some
the whole
momentum
thing.
for that.
I mean, it was just
Don't
back
worry,
and
that
forth.
part,
Both guys were doing great.
That same section was in Super Mario Brothers. So
Yeah, I know, right?
it's that litmus test. If you can't make that jump, you're not gonna make the rest.
I'm in,
You didn't actually. Oh,
There it is.
Nice.
Yes.
You're working it out.
I'm
You're
making
working it
this
out.
look bad.
You remembered that skill you learned
Yeah,
25
yeah.
years ago. That you
He's,
can
he's
spin
talking
across
about his
those.
nerves, and he played on stage in front of thousands of people. Can't handle the Nintendo Treehouse live stage. It's too much.
You guys are intimidating.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Feeling the flow.
All right.
Ooh, you gotta feather it. You gotta feather it. So when you guys saw that Super Mario Maker was the final of the World Championship, was that exciting to you? I mean, you guys didn't get a chance to play those, but did it feel like a fitting finale, having been in the?
Yeah.
I saw you guys backstage. You guys were cheering on those last 2 guys.
It was perfect. It couldn't have been any better, and it was one of those things that we felt like we were all participating in the game.
Yeah.
And we were cheering both of the competitors on, and just to see them go through it was so exciting, so much fun. This game is unbelievable.
Did you feel like that you guys were wishing that you were up there in the sense that you could have
Oh, he's
handled those
feeling it.
levels
All right,
better?
Jordan,
Or were you watching that stuff
Jordan, I
and being
think
like,
you're
what
gonna
these guys
have to
are
do
doing
it.
is absolutely amazing?
I may have to jump back into
Little
the
bit of
editor
both.
and make this a little easier.
Like, I mean,
true.
I had that moment where I was like, yeah, I can pull that off. But judging from my performance today, I have a little bit of work to do, obviously.
He's feeling it this time. You just got to feather that jump. He's,
Oh.
It's all going to be
close.
worth it. It gets easier after that.
We'll give you one more try, and then we'll
Okay.
mercy
All
rule
right.
this thing and make it a little bit easier. We can't allow that to happen, though.
I remember this exact. I mean, it's not this exact section, but
Nice.
you know,
There
it's
you
a.
go.
Yeah.
I remember that.
it
There's
is.
that exact jump. Remember, you're gonna have to bomb off that part as
Yeah.
full jump, and you're gonna have to hold the jump button so you can link those jumps together.
Oh,
Oh,
hesitated.
hesitation! I saw that moment.
I hesitated. I did. I definitely did.
You gotta believe. You gotta just jump it.
I have faith. I definitely can.
And that's what's. I like the fact that because Mario Maker includes the 4 different game styles, it really sort of brings out. You have to use all of the Mario skills you've learned or haven't learned in the course of the different games. Just
Well-
go for it. Just full throttle. No hesitation.
Whoop.
He's feeling it. Oh.
I'm gonna pass it on over to Sis for one here.
All right. I'll give it a try again.
You guys are brutal.
That's what they're known for.
That was what's fun for us making those courses for the final is that. Here, let me go ahead and make
You guys-
that section.
yeah,
Let me
you
just
guys
show you
did make
guys,
that
because this is
section.
what happened to us when we were working. You know, we were working on the courses for the final. A lot of times you have somebody play something and you realize it's too difficult and you don't want it to bog down. So, you know, maybe this section is a little too hard. Maybe I need to just fill this in with note blocks. Why not?
Oh no. Oh.
You know?
Oh.
I mean, I'll throw a few bloopers in, but
Oh, that's gonna be hard, man.
and you know, why not have a fire flower come
Okay.
out of that pipe? And this part was giving you a little trouble too, so maybe I'll just give you a Lakitu cloud. Where is that at? There he is.
So Sinister
Shake
One, I got
Yoki-
a question
Yoki
for you.
out
I've
of
been
his
meaning to
cloud.
ask you. During NWC, did you, when Super Metroid came up on screen, did you know that you had it at that moment? Did you feel like you could? Because you were the only one
Oh,
to
you
pull that
forgot.
off.
There's a fire flower in that pipe. You didn't wait. And you can just tap the minus button or just tap play, and you can start to play it in pieces.
All right, very nice, very nice.
I thought I had it, and then I realized that the buttons were the default controls, which I don't use. So then I was like, wait, I might not have it. But eventually I adjusted, and I got a pretty good lead and made it through.
Yeah. Did you think about saving the animals? That's my question.
Yeah,
Say
there
it
you
again.
go.
Did you think
It's a
about
lot easier
saving
when
the
you're just
animals
flying
on the
around
way
and
out?
locking your cloud.
No.
I'll just see.
All right,
no.
we're down to the sub level.
So see if you remember how to link this section together.
There it is.
Oh, does he? Oh, we got
Which one is it?
Which one is it?
What is
Choose wisely. Choose.
Oh!
Made it.
It's all right. We've all done it. As long as you have to just.
Morgan, that was cruel, man.
I know. I think that may have been a bug in the course here. Let me actually go ahead and.
All right.
Let me go ahead and pull this out one. Let me drop you back in, and let me give you another shot at that. Oops.
You know, regardless of how terrible I'm doing, I'm still having a blast playing.
But it's really hard. It's honestly, it's difficult to make something the first time that is a perfect playthrough. There we go.
Oh no.
You're almost there.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
There you
It's
go.
okay.
You just left him in the dust. He went high road.
Yeah. It's the only smart thing
Yes.
to do. Hey, all right.
Nice work.
Very nice.
Nice work.
Yeah,
That
kudos,
was fun.
guys.
And like, you know, it's hard again, like we talked about. You really can't make a course in what would it take? 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's not really until you make it, you work through it, you have somebody play it, you tweak it. That's sort of what we're all really excited about with this software. And yeah, I've seen a lot of you guys that competed like here at the booth, trying the different games and stuff. So
Absolutely.
yeah, it's been a really fun week.
Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us
Thank you so
and
much.
at least trying for redemption here live on stage. Thank you guys both. That is it for Super Mario Maker today. We're going to be back with one more game right when we
Stick
come back.
around. We've got a
Stick around.
developer coming on stage next, a really cool segment you're not going to want to miss. So don't go anywhere.